President Alden is a significant person in the history of the university because it was during his presidency that the university really started to elevate to a higher level of excellence. And he was a president who was really concerned about lifting all areas within Ohio University to a higher level of excellence.
I've said so often that the best years of my late wife Marion and mine were here at Ohio.
In his inaugural address, he spoke of the need to expand scholarship on this campus, expand learning, expand the number of students.
By the early 1960s, what we're seeing here are the beginnings of the baby boomer generation arriving, and Vern was quite aware of that.
Obviously, we're going to have to expand our enrollment, and therefore we're going to have to build additional buildings and recruit additional faculty members.
We finished the East Green, we built the West Green, the South Green, the library, the convocation center, and the Clippinger and Siegfried, and several different office and classroom buildings. We had this horrible flood, and it came in on the East Green, flooded the buildings so that the people had to walk around on the top of the buildings in order to get out. And the townspeople were flooded, and many graduate students lost their papers, their compositions, and so on because of the flood. So the very first year I was here, I vowed that we would move the river.
Vern was very interested in seeing that this happen and talked it up amongst townspeople and of course amongst the university as well. During Vern's time, and very much from his efforts of making Ohio University more visible in a national way, in this particular case, he's able then to bring in a lot of people who might never have wanted to be bothered with, you know, little old isolated Athens, Ohio, and Ohio University.
President Johnson came here to announce the Great Society program, and Governor Rhodes was so unhappy about that that I felt that I had to have a Republican here come, because of course President Johnson was a Democrat. So I began writing letters to President Eisenhower, and after 4 or 5 letters, he finally agreed to come.
Another part of Vern's vision was that he had come from Harvard University, probably the greatest private university in the United States, and coming to a university supported or helped in its being sustained by state funds. And Vern's idea was to bring about a hybrid so that you would really increase the private monies coming into the university, really expanding upon what John Baker had already started with the Ohio University Fund.
So in order to become a really unique place, we needed private support. And happily enough, a number of people have made private donations, have set up endowments at the library, but then there's current money that we need from annual gifts to the library.
We hope, through the Promise Lives campaign, to fund a renovation of the 4th floor of Alden.
It's very important to have a quality library. So more and more now we have to reach out, particularly in this campaign that we have now, we need more private money.
The number of entrances to Alden have more than doubled in the last 5 years. Moreover, when students come, they're staying much longer. They're not just running in, checking a book out and running out. What they're doing is they're coming to Alden, they're staying here, and they're completing projects.
Well, it's important for people to support the library because this is the heartbeat of the university. This is a building and this is a facility that's used by students, faculty, and staff 365 days of the year. So this is a place that's probably the most used facility on our campus because it holds the knowledge that we hope to pass on.
We hope to carry on that legacy of optimism and into this next century by being able to properly fund everything that we are capable of doing.
So I think that the university will continue to be more and more high quality, and more people will want to come here. And I hope with the capital campaign, the support for the library, the support for the rest of the university will be increased so the quality can continue to improve.
A gift right now will impact students' lives immediately, not 10 years from now when the state of Ohio comes forward with renovation money, but right now.